Good morning. So we need to start today with something a little bit uncomfortable. I think, and I'm pretty sure that we have a jewelry problem. The jewelry industry does not have a product problem. It's like a meaning problem because we have endless collections, we have endless products, we have so much that the people are really overwhelmed. We produce more than ever. We are so efficient that we can produce ton of jewelry, but we explain less than ever as well. So, and that's why craftsmanship matters again more than ever. So, we believe this endless collection and endless launches, endless marketing, that the customer are really overwhelmed and retailer are a little bit exhausted because how much more collection they're gonna take into the stores. You try to make a jewelry, you try to make a brand, you don't get into the stores. So, and so many brands are louder than ever because we have so much way to communicate that you're splitting in different directions. You go to the social media, you go to the magazines, you go to the television, whatever your budget is. And the differentiation does not come from this noise, not nose. It's come from depth. So, luxury is not a thing about price. Luxury is about time, it's about responsibility with the materials, it's material knowledge. How we understand what we have in front of us. It's human involvement. So this mix from these different part of, you can, if you don't explain how something is made, you cannot justify why it matters. So this is one of the reasons why we created this platform, Master Life, Mastercraft Life. Not as entertainment, not just to that the people see something, but as a proof. So when we choose Tantalum at the time, because we are the pioneers in Tantalum wedding band makers, what you have seen even more and more to different fairs in the store. We started about 14 years ago. And it was really difficult, and Tantalum made it to be a new metal in the jewelry industry. And this is a thing that makes us actually really proud. But it didn't come from alone. That's only happened when you have the skills. You have the passion and the passion, and that there's not shortcuts for this one. And there is something really important. Material that resist the maker create products that resist time. So the conversation changed, the sale changed, everything changed. We value this change. The European manufacturing it has to take a clear position about how things are being done, and we don't have just the product at the end of the line. Because we are speaking also about the globalization, and also what customer really asking for is orientation. So when you are oriented through knowledge, you can put a product on the market like we did 13 years ago, because you're not selling just a metal or a stone. You're selling the time and the history of 10, 20 years of experience from a craftsmanship man who is putting this time of his life in this piece of jewelry. So it's not machine made, it's handmade. And also if it's a part of it, because we need high productivity. So, going back to this knowledge that we accumulate over the time, we were able actually to bring this metal into the world. So, that's what is the essence of innovation. Not for decoration, so that the retail really shift from this brand to deepness by the communication when you have your product on your shelf. So you don't only have a jewel, you don't only have, you have histories that are being made and they're being sold. Because when somebody marries, for example, this is my branch, many of those never ever bought a piece of jewelry before. That is the first important main piece of jewelry. So this has a lot of meaning for many people. So that means you cannot just say, well, here's a machine-made ring, well done, have fun. Now, the people need to connect because it's an important act in the life of every person that we have. Because when we married, we create the base of our society. This is why we are here today, and one of the important symbols of it is actually that. All manufactured with time and passion and knowledge for the people who are getting married. So we are bringing people, we are bringing from one hand to other hands. And that is a story that today is taking place in this world full of information and flooded with a lot of products and a lot of, I do Instagram or I do Facebook, I do whatever it is. So how you make it actually to become something special or something valuable is through knowledge. And that's why Mastercraft today, we're exposing here, is showing that back again to give the importance and the deepness of a manufacturing process. So, many people ask me, well, are you following trends? No, I don't follow trends. I build foundations because oft trends disappears. So I do craftsmanship and I do it honestly, and I really believe what we are doing now, and it's become actually a legacy over time because it's not a trend, it's a position. And that's what we are trying to make visible today for you as a jeweler, as a goldsmith, as a business person, for your future in this area of the jewelry making. And one of the important things that we need to understand, that we need all different stages of it. The craftsmanship, the jeweler, and the person who buys the jewelry. So we have three things to connect. And now for that, we have one of the big examples what can be made through honest craftsmanship. All the industry, with all the money in the world, have not been able to do what one single man in wheelchairs, along with his camera, have made, like Pablo Zimavilla, 4.4 million views. I want an applause for him, because actually, here's a sample that is not about money, it's about understanding. So, Pablo, it's the second round for us.
Francisco, you know I love you.
Me as well.
Pretty boring when you read a script.
I know.
So, let's do this real.
So,
Where are you from, Francisco?
That's why I brought him, to bring me out of this stiffness. Well, actually, I'm from Chile.
You're from Chile. How long have you been here in Germany?
I already told that. You forgot that.
I know the story.
24 years.
I just want to share your story so you can inspire others. So how did you start in the jewelry business?
Oh, well. I start actually... Well, the flea market was already something bigger because I start with a cloth that I have it, that I bought it in the floor, in the corner from the city where I'm living. So I was doing with wires, pliers, a few things like called Indiana Schmuck. This is a German word. I don't have it in English, but it was just really simple stuff to feed me and feed my family. I was just working in the street until the police had to came and throw me somewhere else, and I would say, okay, I cannot, do you have a permission? I didn't speak in German, so I packed my things. Went around the corner through the whole building, and then I stopped again and open again until the police again came. Was the beginning.
And that's such a big change in your life. What do you think is your main quality to achieve from working in the streets to now being an owner of a big company with a lot of workers, developing a new material for jewelry like tantalum? How is that possible? It's almost a miracle. Or for me, it's a miracle. How did you do it, Francisco?
We have only 25 minutes.
Married
We needed 2 hours.
a rich girl or something?
Huh?
Did you marry a rich girl?
I would have to, but
How did you do it?
I'm rich of love.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Tell us how we
yes.
can do the same.
How we can do the same? Well, actually, I think one of the most important things that when you're young, that you are naive. Naivety was the reason why I started, because I didn't know how difficult this was going to be. If I would know before, I wouldn't have started. So you need to be a little bit blind eye. It was a continuous process, because I think when you're not in your comfort zone, you as a person are more aware and more alert about everything. So I needed to learn the language. I didn't speak German, so first of all, I needed to understand this language. I needed to understand how business was being done. So I was always like alert in every direction. I couldn't be in my comfort zone ever. So this gives you a completely different way to react and work. So I was so busy because I do the scaling. I started in the flea market. From the flea market, I was buying things, selling things, jewelry. I went to the middle age. Here in Germany is quite well now. Mittelaltermärkten. I was the only mittelalterliche Chilene. We didn't have middle age, but I was with these people, so I was learning about the Vikings, about the runes, about the old techniques of braiding, of chiseling, and from that I baked my first Weihnachtsmarkt, Christmas market. The first time I was in one spot for 5 weeks. That was for me something totally new, because I was actually going from flea markets to flea markets around north of Germany. And after this long experience, I say, well, maybe I have a little store will be a nice thing. So I opened my first store. And then I start to realize, well, now, if I'm doing that for real, I need to start to understand more what jewelry making is. And I didn't have the professional information of jewelry. I'm not a goldsmith. I do goldsmith. And nobody told me that it actually was not possible. So I did it. So this is about just getting the things in your hand and doing it. So we have a really nice say in German, geht nicht, gibt's nicht. I don't know how you say that in English, but it's like if there's no way, there's not possible. You have to actually always go after a motto. So I opened my store, I closed my store, I opened a second store, and then I start to handle with silver, because I didn't even have silver in my. So it was really difficult to understand the world, to understand the politics, to understand the financial. How you call it, the IRS, no? Finanzamt. I have to understand that. And it was really difficult here in Germany to see, okay, how do I do a Jahresabschluss? I don't know how you call it in English. Somebody could help me. So it was a steady but long process of actually doing one step out of the other, one of the other in a long, really long stare. So I knew that I was going to achieve something maybe big one day, but I had to actually go every step after the other. So
Yes.
When I made my second store, I started to produce. So I brought my first collection to the market. It was completely made by me. And at that time, we make the innovation to 3D printing in wax. That was about 15 years ago, when nobody was. As it was the beginning with this really expensive machine. I said, "My God, how am I gonna pay that?" So I take a credit to buy the first 3D printing, and I start to cast also. And there was the moment was where Black Baron jewelry is a main brand jewelry nobody knows because I was not successful with it. It was born, and I was trying to put this into the market. So I gained my first experience to come to the fair and not only be a retailer but a producer. So at this time we shifted from being jewelers to being producers, and that was important because we're in the first generation manufacturers. We understand what the jewelry outside or what the jewelry for problem has. We understand what the customer wants. Sometimes this long distance between this world and our customers on the street is so far away that the understanding from what the people want is sometimes difficult to get because you're not in the fit from the jewelers. You think as a manufacturer that you know better than anyone because you're here, but you need everyone. The jeweler has to be understand, because if you understand the jeweler, you understand the customer from the jeweler who buys your products. So because we have this tight time to say, okay, we start as a flea market person and then stores and now manufacturers. We kind of get the whole process. That's why we understand that we need more visibility in the matter of how things are being done, because this process is what actually makes the huge difference. Craftsmanship is not, you cannot put it away and say we're a brand. No, you have to be real, because this is the way we're communicating today.
Amazing story. I love to hear stories. So resilience,
A lot of resilience.
face your fears.
No fears. You don't have to be fear because
No
nothing
fears.
happened. This is
Or
a really
face
important
them.
thing. Nothing happens. Fear stops you, and it's no reason to have fear of what. At the end of the day, nothing happens.
Being a doer,
A what?
a doer,
A
not
doer.
a thinker, a doer.
A doer, just doing. Yes, exactly.
Always improving,
Always
learning,
improving. Innovation.
always adapting.
Exactly. Flexibility.
Why Tantalum?
The main reason was to become a wedding band maker.
That's
Let me rephrase that.
adapting.
Huh?
Adapting to the market.
Adapting to the market, but because I need to do something that nobody else could do.
Innovation.
So through Tantalum, we had 10 years the market for ourselves alone. Tantalum is now everyone knows, but at the beginning when I started, I was from jeweler to jeweler say, "Do you want to have Tantalum?" I said, "What is Tantalum?" It was all the time the same. So 10 years explaining what we're doing, trying to convince people, and now it gains its own gravity. So it's actually being transmitted not only through me, through more. So Tantalum established now as an official material for the wedding industry, and that was the main thing that we achieved. But why I did Tantalum? Because of that, because it was something that nobody else could do, and only through craftsmanship we could make it.
The best thing about Tantalum metal and the worst thing.
Well, the best thing is his durability. It's a really strong material. 3,000 degrees melting point is a beautiful thing, but it's really difficult to work. That is the thing I hate the most. It's complicated as hell.
But the ductility is similar to other metals.
Ductility from tantalum is just like platinum, has the same, pretty similar characteristic. Only the tooling is completely different.
What else? Yes, about Mastercraft Live. Why Mastercraft Live?
Well, Mastercraft Live actually is a platform that we created to bring artists around the whole world and show craftsmanship and create visibility. And this visibility is what you need to prevail in the market with your communication. So Mastercraft brings incredible artists like yourself, Pablo, like Andrew Ashraf, who's there, like Alexei Saburov from Russia, like Yura, and also many other incredible artists. They're showing their art to make this understanding for how long actually to make a piece of jewelry takes, how many, you're not buying jewelry, you're buying the time of a person who is sitting there, spending his life for a thing for you. And this is the story, this is the importance that we make from this. So Mastercraft is a platform also for everyone to join because we have curated knowledge. So we're working with manufacturers from tools and machines, and we're working with also with the big establishment like INHORGENTA, and we're gonna try to go and expand this through the whole world because it's a thing that the world needs now. Like you show us that it's not only about Spain, it's not about Europe, it's about the whole world.
Exactly. Where they can find Mastercraft Live here in INHORGENTA.
Mastercraft Live is today showing all day, and the stand 213 in the middle, behind Tantalum Trauringe. This is our stand in 314. B2 314 is Tantalum. In the back is a live manufacturing process with one of the best artists now that the world has. So please don't miss it and go and see what the people are doing because they're incredible hand workers, they're incredible craftsmanship, doing techniques that you don't see anymore.
It's amazing.
You're
one last question. This is why you wear a hat all the time?
okay.
And explain that you made the hat. That's the cool thing about Francisco. He's a doer. Explain it.
Yeah, well, actually, this is my first hat that I bought. All the other hats that you know, I made it myself because this was the first one that actually, and I'm not bald, you see, I still have hair. This one was the inspiration, was a little bit different. I put this one on it. This is leather that I learned in the middle-aged markets because you braid in the middle-aged market a lot. You have these people doing this old craftsmanship. So I make a mix of German hat. It's called Hutkönig in Regensburg. This is a German manufacturer, really good. They say, this is so good, this is so nice. I want it in all colors. So I say, if they can do, I can do it also myself.
How much did you spend in machines to make hats?
Much more than buy 100 hats.
He spent a lot of money to make hats and then only...
Make 2, 3, 4. But I can make 100 more. The thing is, I need to find the time.
That's another talent, curiosity.
Curiosity to know about everything.
Any questions? Please.
There's somebody who wants to ask us, Pablo or me, something?
Me, no.
Not all at the same time, please. We need a microphone. The technicians. Please.
Yeah, where do you buy tantalum from?
Well, if I tell you that, I have to kill you after that.
Yeah.
No. Tantalum was in the 50s a problem like this African thing with the mines. But now we have many sources of tantalum. You have from Australia. We buy our tantalum from Australian sources. And there is in Canada and Venezuela also are mines now of tantalum. It's still really rare, much rarer than gold. I mean, gold is like 100 times more than tantalum. It's a really, really rare metal. Any other question? Sorry, yeah, exactly. Please give us, you can give it for Pablo.
I've got a question. So when you're working with gold, you have these filings,
Yes.
and you can just melt them. How is that going with tantalum?
Well, you cannot melt tantalum because of 3,000 degrees. Also, you have a lot of oxidation if you put fire on it. So it turns to tantal oxidation tantalum. So it's being recycled. Actually, there is companies like Heimelo Meule not that one because it's for special rare materials. They're doing the same like you're doing with gold and platinum. It's like platinum. It's difficult, but it's possible. So all the scrap, we send it back to these recyclers, and then we get material back. So it's get into the process of recyclation.
How about the tools that you use?
What?
The tools when you're filing, you just damage like your files.
Let's put it this way. I bought all the tools that exist in the market. So I'm really friends with all tools makers because I bought from everyone one piece at least. So I tried them all. I'm not going to recommend you that one because it's a really expensive way to find out how to work tantalum. You can work actually with your goldsmith's tools, but they're not going to last that long. So you might take more like the titanium files. They're much more resistant, and you can sand a lot because it's a material that is difficult to cut. It's difficult to file, but you can sand it much better than all the metals. So if you find out your combination, you can actually make a pretty decent work with tantalum. You're welcome. Somebody else? No, well, we have no questions. So we have 10 minutes left. We can make a chit chat now. So maybe there's more people who are willing to hear something about Pablo. Pablo, we have 10 minutes left to board these people.
We can order a beer or something.
That would be a good thing. Well, it's before half an hour.
Early.
It's not 12. In half an hour we have
So
to.
are you enjoying the INHORGENTA show? What do you think? Do you like the highlight of the show, the
Go
craftsmanship?
close.
The craftsmanship, you enjoy? Are you alive? Yes? Did you enjoy? Be tired. We all are. Yes. Yes, it's a lot.
This is the most boring part from all. Yeah, I know.
Yes. Especially if you are a goldsmith, or we usually don't talk a lot in our work. We just craft. So suddenly you have to talk all the time, and it's very, very demanding for us. But it's really nice. What I realize is, with all the problems in the world with countries, when you arrive here in the craftsmanship area, you have Russians, we have German, Spanish. I don't know how many countries.
We have by Mastercraft, do you mean?
Yes, how many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different countries.
5 different countries.
This is the thing. I think also the connection between different cultures make the richness of creativity, because you have so many different point of views at one time. So this opportunity is actually great.
That's the beauty of sharing a passion for jewelry making. That it's not about the political borders or wherever. It's about we share the same love for something, and we immediately feel connected. It's really amazing. That's the best thing for me at any show.
You've been. This is your second INHORGENTA, I think, no?
Yes.
You've been almost to most of the shows in the world, no?
Yes.
And how has been your experience now in this fair this year?
This year,
compared to last one?
This year is going to be remembered because it's going to be the first time that something changed. I think we all agree that we don't really buy products, we buy experience. When you buy a jewelry, when you go to a restaurant, you want experience. You want the full feeling, right? And in the past, the jewelry shows were more like a catalog, like all the booths, and you buy, and that's it. But now you can do that online. So what's the point of coming here? Well, the point is these talks. The point is watching the masters working at Mastercrafts, the experience. And I think this is a big change in this show, and I hope this will replicate in all the shows around the world. because I will pay my trip and my entry for this, not to just see something that I can see on my computer. New ideas. Idea is always the king.
It's true. Many people are presenting also new things.
See?
This is one of the main reasons why the people come in. For example, we are presenting also something new, really new now. In Tantalum, it was not possible to make engagement rings because of the form, because we're working out of two. But now we work a while to be able to make engagement rings in Tantalum, and we're presenting actually this is a new thing. We have Tantalum engagement rings with big diamonds, with a corp, with a prawn, really well set, and nobody else has it now. We are pioneers again, and this is why we are presenting, and it's been really valuable for us and for all the companies. Also, all the other manufacturers are coming to us to see what we have new, because we're shifting a little bit the direction of the industry. We're trying to influence it, and some things are happening like mass crafts, and also the Tantalum story is growing and growing. So, people, I appreciate for your assistance. If you don't have any questions, we will be done. Thank you for being here to hear us what we have to say, and please have fun in this fair, enjoy it, and come to Mastercraft, please, and take a look of the great artists that are doing their work. It's for free, costs no money, it's no entrance. You already paid up front, so have a great time, and thank you very much for being today here and hearing us in this talk today with Pablo.